And more than 40 Colorado counties are telling the governor that they are concerned they won't have the money to implement new laws that have been put in place. They say funding hasn't been included, and it's putting a burden on local governments, now leaving taxpayers to foot the bill.
Yeah, so this morning we're looking at how all of this will be impacting you. Denver 7's Allie Jenner-John is joining us live from the state capitol. And Allie, you had a chance to speak directly to the county commissioner who started tracking this problem.
Yeah, her name's Bobby Daniel, and she's a commissioner in Mesa County. And it really started when she started noticing just how frequently the words unfunded mandates were brought up when her county started discussing the budget. Now, letter after letter like these are being sent to the state capitol. And when Mesa County started tracking their unfunded mandates, Daniel said they found $10 million a year in unfunded mandates. And those are costs that she says don't just simply go away. And that's where you will start to see the impact. When a state doesn't fund a law, Daniel says it means cuts or delays to local services that you may rely on. In Boulder County, for example, commissioners say they'll be heading into fiscal year 2026 in a deficit, with laws like these impacting jail standards, human services like SNAP and Medicaid, and website accessibility, really requiring the county to make new hires and increasing costs in the millions to try to implement them. Now, Daniel says that legislators mean very well. They're oftentimes passing bills one at a time and not really looking at the, quote, she says, full scope of what it's doing for local governments. And she says the voices of counties that you're now hearing are not them picking political fights. And really, in some of these cases, they agree with the laws that are being passed. Daniel just says it comes down to how sustainable it is for local governments to fund them.
We're just saying if the legislature is choosing not to fund something, then they have to understand what kind of position that puts us in. And now it just has become optional. This is a problem we've been tracking. According to the Colorado Constitution, if there's not funding from the legislature, then these bills are now optional.
Well, I did reach out to Governor Jared Polis's office. He got back to me in a statement, and he says in it in part that he really does understand the importance of making sure that local tax dollars are being used correctly, and he says he is welcoming some suggestions. But he also adds that legislative requirements are funded according to the fiscal analysis of nonpartisan staff, and he says also in accordance to state law. Live outside the state capitol, Allie Jenner-John, Denver 7.